Ladies and gents, today we have a very interesting mission. Go ahead and grab y'all with me here. So there's a beautiful little pond near my house. I've made a couple videos out there before. It used to have fish in it, ended up going dry, unfortunately. However, we've had a ton of rain here recently in South Texas, and this pond is so incredibly flooded. It's about 7 feet deep now in the middle, and it's bigger than I've ever seen it. So we're gonna go ahead and stock it. And today we're just gonna be trying to catch some minnows and bluegill to throw into that pond. Like I said, we don't have a ton of time to fish, but I think we got a pretty good tactic that we're gonna catch a ton of fish quick. And then we'll hit over there, put the fish in there, and just make sure y'all stay tuned to this video because there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff going on. And I want y'all's input on what kind of fish you wanna see me put into this pond. Nobody owns the pond, and it's in the woods. I found it in an old video about a year ago. So it's literally like a backyard bass pond, except it's huge and you can actually fish in it. So I'm super pumped to start fishing. I got a little ultralight with just a tiny fly. And that's where we're gonna try and catch this fish. Got one. Look at that. That is how quick and easy this is gonna be. That's why I told y'all, no worry that we're only got a little bit of time. If that's just what I Okay, well, I got all the bluegill and minnows that we need. I'm gonna go ahead and skip crawfish. I think we're gonna do that as a separate video because I want to get back before dark, so we got plenty of time to put these fish in their new home. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump back in the Jeep and I'll meet y'all there. Okay, so there's no cars, and of course that car went by right as trying to talk. We got the bucket with the fish in it, a bunch of bluegill and a ton of minnows, and we should get not just bluegill, we got a big variety of sunfish. Now we're gonna head back to that pond, like I said, and get them all in there. And I'm so excited to show you this pond because, like I mentioned, I've made a couple videos out there before. Actually, just recently made a video attempting ice fishing, but since then it's gone up about 3 feet. So it's gonna be so cool. Head over there now and let's get these fish in their new home, baby. So we've got all the fish right here. I'm walking up on the pond. We made it in plenty of time, thankfully. I was a little worried it was gonna be like dark when we got here. Still got probably another 35 minutes of daylight. But there's a lot of animals and hogs, and believe it or not, there have been cougars spotted in this area, mountain lions, pumas, whatever you wanna call them. Not around the specific pond, but I know for a fact they've probably come here since it's the only water in a couple miles. But wait till y'all see how high this pond is. It almost looks higher than it was. And if y'all remember, just a couple days ago, like weeks ago, days really, same thing. I made a video, like I said, where I went ice fishing in this is a WindRider fishing shirt. I also have a big WindRider Boreas ice, like fishing suit, crazy ice suit. We brought it here to test it on ice, and I was actually able to kind of ice fish. It was pretty cool. I'll have that video linked below. But anyways, this pond was genuinely 3 feet lower than it was. So I'm trying to give see these reeds, just trying to give, comparison. See all these reeds right here? The water level was below that. That's where me and my dad were walking to get to the frozen water. So this pond is genuinely about 3 feet, and before I think it was about 4 feet deep. So this thing's a solid 6 to 7 feet deep now. So such an incredible habitat. You can see there's grass, there's reeds, there's structure. I actually put structure in here about a year ago when there used to be little bluegill and stuff in here. So let's go ahead and put the fish in here. Here we go. I'm so excited for this. Turn off the aerator so y'all can hear me good. Well, real quick, just listen. You don't hear anything, right? Yeah, that's how beautiful and hidden this pond is. Okay, got all our fish here. First fish going in the pond. Tiny little bluegill. There's now officially fish back in this big pond. Just more bluegill. And to be specific, I call all sunfish bluegill, but these are various types of sunfish or panfish, whatever you want to call them. Like you can see this one, I couldn't tell you, a lot of them actually look like hybrids, but this one has a big orange belly. So they're different types of fish. Beautiful fish right here. Oh my God, that guy's gone forever. Never mind. I'll tell y'all what, we caught a lot of bluegill pretty quick. Try and show y'all. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, we got one more try at this, one more bluegill, and then we gotta put the minnows in. Maybe I'll get a close-up of a minnow. Okay, so now we got the minnows, and I know y'all probably thinking it's really weird that I'm not just dumping these in, but it's because you do not want to cross-contaminate water. That's never a good idea. So we're gonna go ahead and just dump this up here. So that's it. We officially stocked the pond with mosquito minnows and bluegill. Real quick though, check this out. I know I already told you I'll put a lot of structure in, but I'm a big fanatic for creating fish habitats. Obviously, if y'all haven't seen, I've built my own backyard bass ponds, 2 of them. I have tons of aquariums and ponds I've built. Well, this pond already does have plenty of structure, but there's a perfectly good broken tree limb right there that I think I'm gonna try and drag and put in the water real quick just to add a little more. It's not near as cold when you're in an ice fishing suit. There we go. I will never appreciate a log as much as I do now. There we go, got our tree limb in. My feet are completely frozen. Thank y'all so much for watching this video though. I hope you enjoyed it. So here's the part that I really need y'all's help on. Obviously, started today with this pond sort of, not necessarily build, but creation, I guess you'd say. My plan is to make this such a cool spot, make a little campsite, do all sorts of fun stuff. So we started off stocking it with those fish. So now this is where I need y'all's help again. Comment down below on what type of species you want to see me put in here next. The reason I say species is it doesn't have to be like bass or, you know, more panfish, you know. We can do something different. We could do crawfish next. We could put in shiners. It already has vegetation. You don't see a ton of it right now because it's winter, but I've seen this pond last summer, had a ton of green grass growing and stuff. So this thing's just asking to hold some big fish, especially bass. I do want to do bass and predator fish probably last though, because you always want to get bait fish and the ecosystem going before you add predator fish. Thank y'all again though so much for watching. Drop that comment on what you want to see me put in here next, and I will see you all in the next fishing adventure. Till next time, peace out.